All right, friends, last but not least, here is our challenge question. So, if you needed some help with this question, here's how we would compare these. So, taking what I know about fractions, I'm going to look at my fractions first. And each of the numerators are smaller than the denominators, so I know every one of my fractions is less than 1. And look at this number right here, 1 and 2 tenths. So I know that one's going to be bigger because it's got a 1 in the ones place, and it's more than one whole. So I'm going to move it up bigger than all my fractions. And now I'm going to look at the ones place. And these two decimals here, 0 and 100th, 0 and 6 tenths. Well, I've got one whole here, so I know that's going to be the biggest. All right. So next, I need to think about what I know about fractions and decimals. So all of these are less than one whole, and fractions and decimals, gosh, they're related because decimals have a tenths place and a hundredths place. My fractions have tenths and hundredths in the denominators. I'm going to move this half right now and get it out of the way and think about my ones that have tenths and hundredths. So if I say this decimal, I have 0 and 1/100th. Well, look, this fraction says 4 100ths. I know 400ths is bigger than 100th, so I'm going to drag that 100th way down here. And then I've got 400ths. 8 tenths. 8 tenths. And this one says 6 tenths. When I look at my 6 tenths, having a hard time moving that. There we go. My 6 tenths, 0 and 6 tenths. And then I hear 8 tenths over here. Well, I know 8 tenths is more than 6 tenths. So 8 tenths is bigger. Now I need to think about my 6 tenths in comparison to my 400ths over here. And I know that 6 tenths is the same as 60 hundredths. So this one's definitely bigger. And I already discovered that 8 tenths is bigger than 6 tenths. So I'm going to put my 8 tenths right here. 1 and 2 tenths I still know is bigger than my 8 tenths because 1 and 2 tenths is a whole. So I know I'm going to keep that up there. Let's look at this 1/2. What do I know about 1/2? Fractions equivalent to 1/2? What about 5 tenths? I could put 5 tenths in order up here. So 5 tenths, and here's 6 tenths. Well, 5 tenths is smaller than 6 tenths. So 5 tenths would be smaller than the 6 tenths, which makes it smaller than the 8 tenths. I'm going to move 8 tenths up, 6 tenths up. Now I need to think about 4 100ths and 1/2. Well, how many hundredths would I have to have if I had half of them? I'd need 50 100ths. I hope that's what you were thinking. 50 100ths. So 50 100ths would definitely be bigger than 4 100ths. So 1/2 is bigger than 4 100ths. All right, so that is our challenge problem today. We have 0 and 100th, 4 100ths, 1/2, which is the same as having 50 hundredths or 5 tenths. So it's smaller than 6 tenths, and then 8 tenths, and then 1 whole and 2 tenths more. That's how you put those in order.